Welcome to Spotlight with Shonda Scott. Today our Spotlight is part of our alumni edition, and we have one of the great alumni from Oakland Schools that is part of the program management team for the district's facilities department. Eduardo Garcia is with us, and he graduated from Oakland Tech. Bulldogs.
Go
Go New York.
Bulldogs. Yeah, go
Go Bulldogs.
Bulldogs.
That's what I
Yeah,
always say.
that's
Go
right.
Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Okay. So what? I'm glad to hear that you went to preschool all the way to high school at Oakland Schools, and now you're working on projects in the district to make it even more beautiful for the school students in schools now.
Yeah, it's really great. I mean, it's no secret that Oaklanders and students in OUSD are really proud of their city. I'm no exception to that. Me and my three other siblings all went to OUSD from preschool through high school. So it's really great. I had a fantastic experience all through my education here, and so
So where did you go after you graduated from Oakland High?
Oakland Tech.
Oakland Tech.
Yeah, no problem. I went to UC Berkeley,
Oh,
so
good.
stone's throw away, kind of Oakland's backyard, so to speak,
Right.
but still really close to home.
You're really a success story for us. That's nice to hear. I mean, all Oaklanders love to hear that you went to the schools and went to a good college and then came back. And now, how is it working in the district on some of these multi-million-dollar projects?
It's great. It's a really stimulating, challenging job. Keeps you young, keeps you on your toes. And I really like working with the people that I get to see on a daily basis.
Do you get to interact with the students at all? Do they other than Spotlight, will they know your story? So now they'll know your story.
More so now than maybe before this interview,
Right.
but
Right.
it comes and goes. We sometimes have limited interactions. We end up working on a higher level with administrators,
Right.
teachers, principals. But it's really great to see. It sounds cliche, but it's really great to see the smile on their faces after a project is done and kids enjoying a new
Right.
playground, for example.
So we were on the legislative tour, and you were part of the Royal Viejo. They had a new remodelization of that site.
Yeah, I was a project engineer on that project, which is essentially like a really fancy way to say assistant project manager. So yeah, I helped bring that project together.
So since then, you've moved up to project manager, and now you're managing some of the projects.
Correct.
So what
Yeah.
are some of the projects that you're working on now?
So coming up in the next month or so, we're doing a small landscaping project at Sequoia Elementary. Um, that includes a bioswale and some new play features, an educational garden for the students. Um, Moving forward this summer, we're re-roofing one of the gyms at Skyline, the main gym at Skyline, and we're installing a new play structure and some new playground features at Bella Vista Elementary.
Those playground features are such a big deal. I mean, you think that they're a little not a big deal when you have a playground project, but the students, the kids are so excited when they have a playground that they can play on at their school, a new one. And it's I think it was Highland Project. They put a new playground in there, and the kids just lit up, and it made the contractors excited too, just to see that
Yeah.
impact with the students.
Yeah, play structures, it's no secret, get a lot of traffic. And, as a little kid, a lot of kids, will shamelessly say, my favorite period is recess. My favorite subject is recess. And so,
Well, speaking of the students, as an alumni and now someone working on district projects, what words of wisdom would you give the students today if you had one you could just tell something what they should be doing to, because project managing, that's a good career to have and a good career path. What would you advice you would give some of the students?
yeah, I would say, it's to know your strengths and to focus on those strengths, harness them, surround yourself with other people who are similarly driven, surround yourself with people who motivate you. And, that stands for school and life in general. That's the best way to really push yourself.
And the good thing, now we know we got local hire going on. You are one of the locals hired on
That's
the
true.
project.
Yeah,
So I'm glad to have you here. We always like to highlight the alumni so they can that not only are there basketball players, football players that have come through OUSD or that are successful. We also have architects, engineers, doctors, lawyers. So this show actually allows us to highlight the success stories on where they are now from OUSD alumni. So
Yeah.
thank you for joining us.
Great.
And
It's been great to be
congratulations
here.
on
Thank
your
you.
great work.
Thank you, Shonda.
You've been watching Spotlight with Shonda Scott. Today our Spotlight is part of our alumni edition where we highlight those who have graduated from Oakland Public Schools and tell you where they are now and some of the success stories they've had in their career with people who have graduated from Oakland Unified School District where every student thrives. Thank you for joining us.